Hey, Abigail Reese speaking. Okay, today I want to make a video about numbers. Numbers in your business, numbers. That's what it all comes down to. But before I get into that, I just want to briefly mention this picture on my desktop because a good friend of mine is a photographer and he's always posting really beautiful pictures like this that he takes. This is his work. And I asked him if it was okay if I saved the image, maybe had it on my desktop, maybe even had it as a backdrop in a video I made, in which case I will mention him. So if you like this picture and you want to see some of his other pictures, just let me know and I'll put you in touch with him on Facebook. Super nice guy and superb photographer. I love the mood in that. But anyway, that's not what this video is about. So numbers, and no matter what business you're in, online, offline, whatever, it all comes down to numbers. And what I mean by that is if you are trying to grow an online business or any business and you are not telling people about that business, or you're not advertising that business, or you are not making even videos about that business, then people are not going to know about your business. They're not going to know whether, they could be having some major problems and need exactly what you have. But if they don't know you've got it, then they don't know that you could potentially have the solution for them. You're doing them a disservice and yourself by not sharing what you do. See, this is a reason I like making YouTube videos, because another reason, well, there are several reasons I like making YouTube videos, but one of them is that you can make a video, spend 5-10 minutes. Some of mine are a little longer than that. Some of them are pretty short. It just depends in the moment what I have to say. I quite often let it take me wherever it goes during a video. And the only ones we might edit slightly are perhaps if we're having a long call with somebody. One of our videos on our funnel is quite a long call, and so obviously we condensed it down and cut out all the chit chat and just got down to the nitty gritty of it, so to speak. So that's like the only time we'll bother editing a video. So sometimes it can take me in different directions. In fact, I'm kind of digressing a little bit here right now, but my point is this: you make a video, and a year later, that video is still working for you. It's still up there. People will still find it because of keywords. It could be that you get a new follower who finds you and your channel because of the keywords that are in one of your videos that you made a year ago. Very, very powerful. And when it comes to making YouTube videos, if you're consistently making them, if you haven't got much time, like 5 minutes you can make a video. It really doesn't take up much time at all. But if you're consistently making them, then YouTube is going to show you and your channel to more people. The more consistently you make videos, the more YouTube will open your channel up to other people, because there could be 1 million people typing in the keywords that you have on your video. But YouTube's not going to show you to all of those people. But if you're consistent and you keep being consistent, it's going to show you to more and more and more, if that makes sense. So anyway, again, about numbers, about consistent numbers as well, more specifically. And if you're running paid traffic to your capture page, to your business, then rather than do one big traffic run once a month, do smaller traffic runs, but every week. And week in, week out, and week in, and week out, and week in, and week out, and keep doing that. Because the consistency of doing that, you will have a constant flow of people coming to your business, coming to your website, and out of those people, some of those people are going to join. And you'll have a growing number of people on your list, and some of those will get some of your follow-up emails, and it might just be the wording in one particular email that they particularly resonate with. Maybe they would have resonated with it if they saw it a week ago, but they didn't have time to check their email that day, so they didn't see it. And you just don't know what's going on in people's lives. Everyone has their own thing going on. But the point is, it's the consistent numbers. And if you haven't got a budget, but you have time, see, building a business is going to cost you one of two things. It's going to cost you either time or it's going to cost you money. There's no way to build a business without either spending time or spending money. It's one or the other. What we like to do is a combination of both. If your budget allows and you can run a decent traffic every week, then do that, or start small and work your way up, because as you get more people coming through your business, then you'll get some sales, which means you can take some of that money and put that back into traffic, which gives you even more sales, and so on and so on and so on. And that's how you can start small and scale it up. But it all comes down to numbers. If you're only sharing your business with 5 people a day, whether that's through traffic, whether it's through YouTube, whether it's through reaching out and talking to people, then it's going to take you longer to find somebody who may well be interested in joining what you have to offer. It resonates with them. It's a fit for them. They're someone who wants what you have to offer, whatever product, business, whatever it is. But if you're only reaching out to 5 people a day, it's going to take you a lot longer than if you're reaching out to 20 people a day, or even 100 people a day, whether that's through paid traffic, free traffic, or a combination of both. It's about being consistent. So if you are building your business, you have to think in terms of numbers, because that's really the only thing it comes down to. I'll give you an example of that. 25 years ago, Joseph's dad and I, we were involved in a UK-based home shopping catalog network marketing company that's been around for over 100 years, actually. Obviously, they have a very solid history. And we started that business with 200 catalogs. And what we did is we put those catalogs out in our local area. We put out 200 catalogs. And out of those catalogs that we put out, I can't remember even exactly the amount of orders we got, but we made, let's see, it was 21% retail profit. So we made £42. And £42, not a lot of money. I mean, bear in mind, this was 25 years or so ago. But if we'd have only, say, started with 50 catalogs, we could have gone to the first 50 and not a single order. But because we started with 200 and we put them out, and then when we gather them back in, we put them out again. And then when we gather them back in, we put them out again. And we kept doing that. And what we found happened was some people just put the catalog straight back outside again. They didn't even look at it. Other people would look at it and they wouldn't order. Other people would come out their door and say, I don't, I was going to say angrily shaking their fist. I mean, that's a bit extreme, but some people were kind of pissed off and didn't want the catalogue. Other people would politely say no. And then you'd get those other people that would place an order. And, but if we hadn't have cast a big enough net, we may never have got to that first person that ordered. It could have been the 51st catalogue that we put out that placed their first order. That was our first pickup with an order. And I'll never forget the buzz of that, going to that door, picking up that catalog, seeing as I'm approaching, writing on it, and thinking, oh my gosh, we got an order, and picking it up. And that was an absolute buzz, because we knew straight away, wow, that's 21% retail profit. And I can't even remember the amount that the order was, but it doesn't matter what it was. It gave us such a buzz, and it proved to us there and then that it works. It proved to us that if you go through enough numbers, in our case, if you put out enough catalogs, you're going to get orders. And it's as simple as that. You put out those catalogs regularly and you keep doing that, you're going to consistently, regularly get orders. And that's really the same principle as online as well. If you cast a big enough net, you're going to have some people that say no. You're going to have some people that even get annoyed with you. You're going to have some people that ignore you. You're going to have some people that maybe take a look at it but don't buy. And then you're going to have some people that just buy and they join you. And it's exactly the same principle. And you keep doing that, 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 whether it's paid traffic, whether it's reaching out to people, whether it's making videos, whether it's a combination of all three, whether it's more of one and less of the other, whichever way you do it. Because I don't know what your personal circumstances are. You may have lots of time and no money. You may have lots of money and no time, in which case you can just do it the way that suits you best. But you've got to be consistent. Whichever way you do it, you've got to be consistent, and you've got to keep being consistent. Because if we'd have stopped, if we wait till we got our first order and then we stopped, we wouldn't have got any more orders. That would have been the only order we got. That would have been the only customer we got from the catalogs if we'd stopped there, but we didn't. And what happened, after a period of time, we'd eliminated the people that didn't want the catalogs. We'd eliminated anybody who was rude. We'd eliminated all the people that looked but never bought. And instead, we ended up just going to the customers. And what we found then is that we'd put out 200 catalogs and we'd get like, I know, 95 orders on that one run, because not everybody bought every time. Some people would buy every time. Some people would buy every other time. Some people would buy like maybe once a month or once every 3 months or something like that. And then of course you get your best customers that buy all the time. But I know that's slightly different in terms of internet marketing. But in a way it's not different. In a way it's the same. I mean, it's the same kind of principles. It's basically casting out a big enough net and or reaching out to enough people or running consistent ads in whichever way that you're choosing to do that, and just keep doing that. It's about being consistent, and if you keep doing that, you're going to get results, and then you're going to get consistent results, and then you're going to get you'll then find that the people who join you and you're teaching them as well, then they're going to get results. And it's not like it works for one person and doesn't work for another. If you've got two people doing the exact same thing, it's going to work. Their numbers may vary slightly, but it's going to work. The whole principle is the same. Like when we were putting out those catalogs, there are other people putting out catalogs. In some areas you might find you get more sales than other areas, but it didn't matter. It was the fact that we were consistently putting those catalogs out and we were consistently finding new customers every time we did that. But if we'd started only with 10 catalogs, not that you could even start that with 10 catalogs. I think the minimum was 50. But if we'd only put out 10, we probably wouldn't have got any orders. And then would it have been right for us to say, oh, that doesn't work, I put out 10 catalogs and no one bought? Well, yeah, put out 200 catalogs and keep doing that. You're going to get your customers without a doubt. So I guess that was the point of this video. I didn't really want to go off on too many other tangents with this. I've got a bit of a tendency to do that. But anyway, yeah, it's all about numbers. Just numbers, 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 numbers. Action will give you results. If you put in no action or you put in little action, you'll either get no results or you'll get little results. If you put in consistent action, you're going to get consistent results. And I'm going to leave the video at that. So hope that's been helpful. And if you like our channel, feel free to subscribe to our other videos. Feel free to subscribe to our channel and check out our other videos. I'll get it right in a minute. And also the link to what we're doing will be in the description below. So have a wonderful Friday and have a great weekend, and whatever you're up to, just have a great one. Bye for now.